Hello dear students, welcome back for the session 2 of Introduction to Data Science. I am again Dr. Alifia Jagidar, Assistant Professor of Abhidananda Senior College. So in this session, we are going to see what is the basics of data analytics and types of analytics. So let's go ahead. Now why data analytics? First of all, we have to gather the hidden insights. Insight is a view which we understand when we study the data, when we analyze the data, generating the reports, performing the market analysis, and improving your business requirements. So here, why data analytics is used? First of all, to identify the hidden insights, generate the report, we are going to perform the market analysis and improve our business requirement. Everything revolves around data. What is data analytics? Data analytics refers to the techniques where it is going to analyze the data to enhance the productivity and the business gain, business insight. So business administration, when combined together with exploratory data analysis, which is termed as EDA, it is always going to give the growth to my business. When I am going to understand the business and I am going to predict and identify the hidden patterns, it is always going to give the growth to my business. When I talk about definition, it is a process of cleaning, changing and processing the raw data, extracting the actionable, relevant information which is going to help my business to give the decisions or take the decisions, which is again going to give growth to my business, will help me to give a strategic decisions to it. So data analysis is again a process of cleaning, changing, processing the raw data into an information which can be an important part for growth of my business or decision making. A simple example of data analysis can be seen whenever we take a decision in our day-to-day life by evaluating what has happened in the past or what will happen if we make this decision. So here data analysis is done. For example, you get a very good percentage in your FY and you don't get good percentage in SY. So how you will analyze what to be studied and what not, or how to be studied? So your decision will depend on your past and what happened in present. So you take decision for future. Basically, it is a process of analyzing your past or future and making decisions based on that analysis. Now, why is data analysis important? First thing, I need to target my better customers. I don't want to waste time in resources, putting money together for advertising campaigns targeted at demographic groups that have little to no interest in the goods and services what we have offer. Data analysis will help me to see where I should focus, what efforts I should take on advertising. Okay, so here better customer targeting is helpful by using your data analysis. You will know your target customers better because you're analyzing the data, you're keeping the track of the data, you're keeping the track of the customer. So data analysis always going to track how well your products and campaigns are performing within a target demographic. Through data analysis, your business can get better ideas of your target audience, spending habits, disposable income, and most likely areas of interest. If you see any of your shopping mall or shopping advertisement, it gives you only those shopping advertisements where you have shopped in particular that sector. So here it is targeting my habits of spending. It is going to see my area of interest and then I am going to analyze the data of my customer. It is going to reduce an operational cost. Data analysis will show me areas in my business which requires more of resources and money and which areas do not require anything or which do not produces anything, scaled back or eliminated outright. Okay, so data analysis is going to help me to focus on my needs of more resources and monies, which is going to be helpful into my business. Better problem solving methods. Here it is called as informed decisions are more likely to be successful decisions. Data provides business with information. You can see where this progression is leading. Better solving methods, where I understand what are the problems I am having it, and then I'm going to solve those problems by again analyzing it. So data analysis is going to help my business to make right choice and avoid costly pitfalls. So your data analysis is always going to help me in decision making. You get more accurate data because you're going to have an informed decision. You know what decisions you have to take. You just need data, but there's more to it. The data in a question must be accurate. Okay, so whenever I get a data in my question, it should be accurate. So data analysis will help my business to acquire relevant, accurate information which is suitable for developing future marketing strategies, business plans, aligning the company's vision or mission into my business. Okay, so data analysis is always going to give me relevant and accurate information. Who is data analyst? Data analysts are many. Like data analyst is MongoDB, MySQL. You analyze the data, collect the data through MySQL, MongoDB. You will analyze the data through graphical interpretation, and you will create the reports which is going to be useful for your data, for your business and decision making. Data analyst skills. You should have multiple skills if you want to become a data analyst. First of all, you should know what is statistic. You should be able to identify and analyze your data very minutely and accurately, because your data is coming into one TB form. You should know how to clean your data. You should know which is missing values, how you're going to work with it. You're going to use EDA, that is exploratory data analysis, data visualization, machine learning. You're going to train your machine to analyze your data. So these are the skills your data analyst should have. Data cleaning and manipulation. Now, data cleaning means process of detecting and correcting your corrupt or inaccurate records from database is said to be data cleaning. Okay, so here you're going to detect which data is correct, corrupt or inaccurate, and according to that you're going to clean your data. The next is data manipulation where we was talking about data change. The process of changing data to make it more organized and easy to read is known as data manipulation. You'll all have sometimes studied about the structures, the data structures, right? So you have to structure your data or organize your data in such a form which is easy to read. Okay, where you can read it. Like in a book you have an index which helps me to directly read a part where I want to go, right? Like index and page number, so it will have title and page number. So this is called as data manipulation, where you change the data, where you organize the data for easy reading. Data visualization, this is where it plays a very good role. That is, it is always the data is represented in data form, like charts, diagrams, etc. If you see here, you can use many data visualization tools like bar graph, scatter plot, pie chart. Pie chart we are using it normally also, box plot, line graph. Okay, so here if you see an example of political polarization of American public 1994 to 2014 was the data collected, and it had consistently liberal, mixed and consistently conservative political polarization. So they had two, Democrats and Republicans. So if you see here, this is nothing but it is intersecting the two sections. So this is Venn diagram if you think about, and this is called as mixed, where either they are Democrats and either they are Republicans. So they are not sure about what they are. So this is called as median of Democratic and median of Democratic. This is median of Democratic and this is median of public. republics. Okay, so this is called as data visualization. This helps to visualize the data very quickly. What are the roles of data analyst? There are certain roles and responsibilities of the data analyst. First, determining organizational goals. You have to understand why the data is needed. What is the goal of getting the data and what you want as an information. Mine the data. Here you're going to clean the data. You're going to reduce the missing values. You're going to remove the corrupt data. Data cleaning again. Here you do more of cleaning of data. Mine data. Here you're going to collect different data from different resources. Here you're going to clean the data. Analyze the data by using the graphical representation. Pinpointing trends and patterns. Here you're going to identify the trends and patterns and you're going to clearly state here. Then you create the reports with visualization. Whatever you see, you're going to visualize it, you're going to understand it and then create the reports. This is basically the data analytics process. If you see this, the first stage is discovery. Discovery means you need to understand what is the data. Okay, you need to discover what data you want. Then data preparation, you prepare your data. Model planning, you need to identify what model you're going to use. Then you build the model. Communication result, operationalize, and then it goes back to discovery. So it is again a cycle of different processes. The life cycle, if you see in terms of data analysis project, the first is business issue understanding. As I just said, you need to understand what are your requirements. Define objectives of your business, gather the required information, determine appropriate analysis method because you need to clarify the scope of work and identify deliverables. Later on, step 2 is data understanding. You need to understand what data you want to collect. So at initial you collect the data, you're going to identify your data requirements and then you determine whether you have that data availability or not. After that you explore the data and its characteristics. The next is data preparation. I am going to gather the data from multiple sources. I am going to cleanse the data, format the data, blend and sample the data. Okay. Next is exploratory analysis and modeling. Here I am going to develop the methodologies. I am going to determine what are the important variables. I am going to build the model and assess the model. Step 5, validation. I am going to evaluate the results, review the process, determine the next steps, and the results are valid to proceed to step 6. Okay, so visualization and presentation. Again, communicate the results. We are going to determine the best methods to present insight based on analysis and audience, craft a compelling stories and make recommendations. The results are invalid if we revisit from step 1 to step 4. So this is the life cycle of your data analysis project. Data analysis process, again let's have a broader view over here. Data requirement gathering is done. You need to ask yourself why you're doing this analysis, what type of data analysis you want to use and what data you're planning to analyze. Next is data collection. You are guided by requirements you have identified. You know what you require and what you wanted. So it's time to collect the data from your sources once your requirement is clear. So your requirement has to be very clear. The next is data cleaning. Not all the data you collect will be useful. Sometimes you need to clean the data because sometimes you need to remove the white spaces, that is spaces unnecessary, duplicate records if you have multiple records, and basic errors are removed through data cleaning. The next is data analysis. Here you are going to use data analysis software and other tools which is going to help you to interpret and understand what data you have and at the end what is the conclusion by having that data. Okay, so data analysis helps you to do that. Next is data interpretation. Once you have analysis to it, you're going to read, you're going to understand, you're going to interpret the data and come up with the actions based on your findings. So you interpret whether that data is useful, should we go ahead with that data analysis, and so on. Data visualization is a fancy way of saying graphically show your information in a way that people can read and understand it. Sometimes people are not in that state of mind to read your complete Word document. So data visualization give them a quick view that this is how your data is going to look. This is how your progress is going to look. Okay, so data visualization is always going to help me graphically. Now, types of data analysis. There are many types of data analysis. The first is diagnostic analysis. The diagnostic word itself says that why did this happen? So you need to answer the question, why did this happen, using insights gained from statistical analysis. Analyst uses diagnostic analysis to identify patterns in data. So diagnostic analysis basically going to identify the patterns in data. Okay, ideally the analyst finds similar patterns which exist in the past and use those solutions to resolve the present challenges. Okay, so here your past history is always referred. Next is predictive analysis. It says what is most likely to happen, what can happen next, that is your prediction. You say that it is going to rain into the next 24 hours. This is the predictions, right? By using how? By using patterns found in older data as well as current events, analyst predicts future events. So they analyze both your past record as well as your present record, and then they analyze and identify your future records. While there is no such thing as 100% accuracy in forecasting, the odd improves if the analysts have plenty of detailed information and the discipline to research is thoroughly done. So we cannot say that we 100% accuracy is achieved in terms of forecasting. If we say it is going to rain in next 2 hours and it doesn't rain, so here it is just a prediction what we do it for weather forecasting. Next is prescriptive analysis. It is a mix of all the insight gains from other data analysis types. You have prescriptive analysis, which is going to sometimes an issue can be resolved or solved solely with one analysis type and instead requires multiple insights. So prescriptive is mix of all the insights gained. Statistical analysis, here what happened. So statistical analysis is going to answer the question what happened. This covers data collection, analysis, modeling, interpretation and presentation using the dashboards. Now types of data analysis, here we have more, that is qualitative data analysis. Qualitative data analysis method will derive data via words, symbols, pictures and observations. This method does not use statistics. The most common qualitative method is content analysis. What is your organizing behavior, analyzing your behavior and verbal data, that is content analysis. Next is narrative analysis, which we are going to get the data through interviews, diaries and surveys. So it is called as qualitative data analysis. Next is quantitative. Quantitative means you have to get your raw data converted into a numerical data. Okay, so statistical data analysis method is going to collect the raw data, process it into a numerical data, which is also called as quantitative analysis. It has two things. First is hypothesis testing. It will assess the truth of given hypothesis or theory for a data set of demographic. Here hypothesis means I define the problem for a particular research. So it is called as hypothesis. Mean or average, it is going to determine a subject overall trend by dividing the sum of list of number by number of items on the list. So that is called as mean and average. So conclusion, here we say that data analysis will include inspection, modification, modeling and transforming of data as per the need of the research topic. The conclusion is that final inference drawn from the data analysis, review literature and findings. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope so you have understood the introduction of data science with both the sessions. If you have any queries regarding my thing, you can always write onto your comments and you can get back to us in the department. Thank you so much.